And we're back with part 2, because, yeah. So, where we left off, if you haven't seen it, I showed the files that you need. I'll probably maybe show them of how you get them again. But, anyways, so back in our mod, please check out part 1 if you need, like, the country events. This is news events, and we have all the files again. I'm going to show you how to get them still. So, in, first thing you want to do is go ahead and go to the events folder on both. If I can find it. And you have all these events. And here's the news events right here. So we're going to copy over the news events, paste it in here, and we're going to rename it to tutorial underscore news. I like to put the news part in so you know it's a news event. So there we go. We're going to go ahead, right click, open with code. Please, I recommend using Visual Studio Code. It tells you if there's an error. For example, if I deleted this, something gets highlighted. I think. Anyways, so we have this, and there's a lot in it, and we're going to do what we did pretty much the last video. Go ahead, find. So this is the end of this one. We're just going to go here, go all the way down, and delete. So this news event is the news event we're using. Now, add namespace. The first thing we need to do is add the namespace, which we're gonna do tutorial underscore news. So this is our namespace. So let's control C, and then we're gonna paste it right here. .1, .1, and this time I'm gonna use localization, not for the title though. So for the title, tutorial, news, like that. We'll keep this though, right here. We have the picture, we'll change in a bit, is a major. So what the major means is if it's yes, all the countries will see it. If it's no, then only the country that triggered it will see it. Is triggered only, this means is it only by trigger? We've been over this before. Yes, we'll leave that. And I'll show you how to add it to a focus later, maybe. Options. So we have the first option, which we're going to replace this with tutorial underscore news .1.a triggers, and we don't need not at all. So we're going to remove that. And I don't think we're going to need this piece. We don't need this top piece actually. Just delete this entire option. So we're going to use this one, rename it to, we'll just simple quotation marks, okay, and delete trigger right here. And we don't need this one, so we're just going to delete this. There we go. So here's our news event. It technically is in the game now. This is a comment, you don't need to change it. But it's good to label your news if you have like, say like 5 of these. And to add another one, you just change this to 2, 2, 2, 2, you know. Very simple. Alright, so we have our news event finished, but we're going to do some more stuff because that's what I said. So next we're going to go to GFX, Events Pictures, and I already have mine in here, but if you didn't watch the first tutorial, you go to, in the main game file, GFX, Event Pictures, and you look for a news, because they're different than the country events, because the countries are tilted, the news ones are not. So grab any of these, and we're going to modify it. So I'm going to right click, open with, choose app, paint.net. Now if you don't have paint.net, it's free on Google, not free on the Microsoft Store. So I'll probably link that. Here's our image, and I'm gonna put in some image I stole from online, just so I can show you how to add images instead of just coloring it purple. So I drag it in. You don't want to click add layer, you want to click open the image. And you know it might be a little too big, it's fine. You click lasso select, do it like this, Control C, go back, Control V, and keep size canvas or whatever it was. And then what we're gonna do, hold shift and drag it. This keeps the thing, rather if I just dragged it, you know. So shift and drag this, line it up, and if you want to stretch it a little bit. You can use any image, or you can just make them purple, which we're gonna do, because I make everything purple. Next, you want to make sure it saves under A8 RAG888 or this. Click OK. You don't need to change anything else. Now our news event is done, kind of. We're gonna rename it to tutorial event news. It could be renamed to anything. I'm just changing the name slightly so you can see it doesn't need to be the same as the ID. So next I'm actually gonna reopen the mod in another folder so I have 2 tabs so I don't need to go back and forth. So now we're gonna go to our not our localization interface, event mod pictures, which is what we made last video. If you don't know how to do that, you just copy any of these, delete everything but sprite type and the sprite type, and then rename it so it doesn't overlap. Alright, so we're going to copy this right here, and we're going to paste it. And now the GFX picture, we're going to do GFX underscore news underscore tutorial. It doesn't matter how you name it, but I'm doing news. You need GFX though, or it won't work. Now we have this piece, and this is why we open our other folder back, because we need this. Wait, no, not that, this. So we're gonna copy this and replace report event Zimbabwe or whatever it is for you, and the DDS. Make sure DDS is there. Alright, we're gonna copy the GFX underscore news tutorial, and we're gonna go to our events, tutorial news, and replace GFX underscore news underscore events underscore 001, like that, and save it, close. Then we go to, reopen that. We're gonna reopen this actually, because we're gonna need this ID name. So we're gonna go to localization, English, or whatever language you're doing it in. Open that. And now we're gonna grab our description. Again, you can do this with the title also, and you can also have it whatever name you want. Like if I wanted new this, and I pasted this in here, it has to be the same as this, or it won't work. All right. So we're gonna do .0 quotation mark. This is the best news event where I misspell all things. Wahahahahaha. I believe if you do n slash, or is it slash n? It's n slash. You can add more, and it's a different line, but I'm not entirely sure, so don't listen to me if that's wrong, because I don't mess with multi-lines. Now we're gonna close that, and we can close that, and we should be done. So if we launch the game now, which I'll do, again, the new update looks like they've lowered the amount of errors you get, but when you're in debug mode, you'll still get some errors. Alright, once you get it to load, go here, here, boom, boom. Alright, so you choose random place. And my mic was muted. So what you do is you choose the random place, you load in, and I'm going to be typing in, I'm checking my country code first. So I'm doing events, and then I'm checking what the event was called. So events, and it was tutorial underscore news dot one. My issue is I put tutorial dot news instead of underscore news. So I'm checking my original code real fast. Tutorial, and so tutorial underscore news dot one. And so we're going to type in event space tutorial underscore news, and there you go, the event fires. And now I'm going to go, the end did not work clearly also, so just ignore that. But now I'm going to go make a focus real fast and show you how to do that. If you want to see how to do the focus, just go watch a future video. So I made a Zimbabwe focus real fast. Here we can see. Nothing too special. So what we do is in the focus tree, or whatever you're doing, completion reward, we're going to add the line news underscore and then event equals and then the news event ID. So ours was not that. That was me copying and pasting Canada's thing. So let me go grab that in events, tutorial, and we'll grab this. And save that, and it should update here. Yeah, gets event tutorial news. Now you can also do this with country, and I'm going to show that also. So this one is country underscore event equals, and then whatever your country event is, we're also going to grab Zimbabwe event ID and paste it with a space right here. Now if I reload one more time, you can see we have both the events, and we're gonna make this one day because I don't want to use the, I just want to fast forward 7 days so I can show you. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Finish the focus, you get test 1 from the last video and our news event. There we go. And that will display for all countries. So if I believe, well, at least one of them will. So if I just wait for Zimbabwe to do their focus, which they are, it will take a little bit. As you can see, the event has appeared. So that's how you do it. If you enjoyed, part 3 for super events will be coming soon.